Hello and welcome to OTC. I'm your host, Buddy1927. In this episode, we'll be talking about camouflage, how to set it up on your tank, and how to use the cover and terrain that's out there in the field to help hide your tank. We'll be going to the garage, showing you how to set the tank up, and then I'll show you some example on how to use cover. Here you just click camouflage, exterior. There's a couple options. You got the winter, you got the summer, you got the desert. You can either pay by gold and be permanently camouflaged. You can set it up for 30 days and pay some silver. As you can see here, it's a little bit cheaper if you're not going to keep the tank. You just click on that, go to the summer, click on the summer one that you want, and go to the desert one. And we just paid some silver, as you can see, not that much, only a little over 100 credits. And we're going to purchase it, and now the tank is for the next 30 days has camouflage. And as you can see, it's good. This is a good thing. It also has a camouflage net. This is an episode. This is the reason why you need camouflage, and also how to use terrain to help protect the camouflage.
This vehicle is heading.
Took out 2 tanks in one shot. Okay, as you can see, this is my Hellcat. We're in the bushes. As you can see, as I turn the tank, you can't see the tank except for the white outlet. I'm also being covered by a T29 to my right rear, and I also have the rocks and also bushes behind me. So I'm in a pretty good spot, so I won't be detected. I also have binocs on there, and as you can see, my tank is permanently camouflaged. Here is a good example of why camouflage is good for you. He's pretty well camouflaged, and as you can see, here comes an Artie. Artie does not spot him. He turns and shoots, kills the Artie. He backs up, tries to get the AMX, and continues. Then goes back to his hiding spot. He waits for his camouflage to pop, and this sits there. The only way the camouflage to work is to sit. If you don't sit, it doesn't work as well. And as he comes up around the hill, here comes, well, I know he's coming. Okay, let's see, patience is virtue, and he got his second tank. That's a good example on how to use your camouflage to get the enemy. Okay, in this section, we're gonna actually show you how to use terrain to use as cover. As you can see, the tank's moving towards this big rock, and Artie's on the other side of the rock. Artie has not seen him because he wasn't in his line of sight, and he's actually using the rock to get around to get where Artie is. Artie's now going to fall back because that Artie shell that landed up on him, and he's just going to creep up around the rock. When you do that, make sure you barrels when you go around the corner, and boom, bye-bye Artie. In this section, we're going to show you how to use a combination of terrain and your other allies to help provide you with cover. As you can see, this is KV5, and we're going down this little gully way. As you can see in front of me, there's 2 dead tanks and the enemy. I'm using the tanks right now to cover my glacis of my tank, which is very important. I'll take a shot at the T29 there. A shot, and then I'm going to move. Using the tanks as cover, then I'm going to move up to help out the IS-6. As I approach the IS-6, you can see that I'm going to go to the right of the IS-6 so I do not block him from backing up. He's using the terrain to help block shots and stuff like that. I'm to the right of him, and I got a shot. IS pulls back. I take my shot and double tap that same tank. And as you can see, we're working in unison right now. I'm using him as my cover to shoot another tank, and we continue up here using terrain to hold off. I think there's 4 tanks on in this episode. To hold off 4 tanks. Actually, no, there was 5 tanks total. One ends up going to the rear. Now the IS-6 did a stupid move. He went ahead and started pushing up. As you can see, I'm still using terrain to block my shots. And he's just a sitting duck where he's at now. I'm still using the terrain to keep my tank as healthy as I possibly can. I always make sure I take the time to make sure my reticle closes down on the target.
The turret ring is damaged.
And sometimes I might just have to shoot out the tracks. Just actually scare the enemy, and shooting a little bit difficult. As you can see, I'm rocking back and forth. Shot his tracks again. He took a shot, ricocheted off of me. Now I got this other one. Set up, damage, fall back, rocking back and forth. I'm hitting it as many of the enemy as possible, because right now I'm the only one holding off these 4 tanks. So if I keep on hitting all these tanks, they're going to be a little hesitant in charging me.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
And as you can see, I'm hitting as I go along and doing some damage, and actually I distracted AT so he couldn't turn towards me. And I'm walking back and forth. I'm scaring these tanks, keeping them at bay, and using terrain. It's just one tank holding all 4 of these tanks off right now. As you can see, I got these 4 tanks, and I got 2 other tanks going up right now, going behind and covering, going to shoot them from the rear, and I'll have a proc come up beside me. And as you notice, the proc moves along with me. He doesn't get in my way. As you can see, I'm at 50% health, but I've held off 4 tanks and done quite a bit of damage, as you can see so far on my XPM. Best place to shoot if you got a shot on is the gun on the AT. As you can see, I did a lot of damage there. AT's now gone, and we go ahead and move up. Walk back. Artie splash, so I know Artie's looking for me. We want to keep moving so Artie doesn't get it fixed. And as we go up through the graveyard here, there's IS-6. You saw where he was, but you can see all the dead red tanks. And there was some actually good coverage. We held off that push, and we ended up winning this match. Okay. In this section, I'm going to show you how to use terrain to protect cover, and also make sure that you don't get hit as well. Because as you can see right now, I'm out in the open. There's a tank destroyer right behind the rock in front of me, who actually starts taking shots at me. Now I'm being shot off to the left side of the tank. The tank destroyer ricocheted off of me. I got shot again and tracked. As soon as my tracks, I'll go ahead and repair my tracks. I need to now get some cover. As I'm going forward, I see that the riverbank is going to actually provide me with some cover. As I get down in there, you can see that now my right flank is now covered and protected, and actually my turret's pretty low too, so I don't have to worry about the right side. All I have to do now is worry about that TD in front of me. And I move up using the riverbank as cover. And this is important to take a look at the terrain and see how it is to help provide cover for you. Now that TD is waiting for me. As I turn the corner, I got my gun towards.
We're immobilized.
And I shoot. Now tracks get repaired. Oh.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Tank coming up there. I back off.
Let's roll.
Down in my cover, so I'm only gonna have to face him.
Enemy armor is hit.
Now he's gonna ram me. I got Artie shooting at me. Luckily,
Penetration.
thank God, my friendly fire is actually hitting the tank and not me.
They're knocked out.
By using the terrain, we took out 2 tanks. And that's how we use not just the camouflage, but also the terrain to help set up the way this battle goes. It is important to make sure that you use not just the terrain, that you use the camouflage that is provided at the shop, and also the camouflage net. It will help you in the long run. I would like to thank CW for helping making some of these clips. As you can see, camouflage does work and terrain cover does. You all have a good day and good tanking.